So you can see the animal crackers in my background, and that's because I am in the office slash pantry of our apartment, which means there's a lot of food in here, but I think the animal crackers are the most important because those are the ones that the kids are asking for all day. Part of the reason for that is that we decided to help my daughter to become potty trained. We needed to incentivize her somehow. So she knows that whenever she goes to the bathroom, she uses the toilet, she will get animal crackers. And so far it's working really well. So hopefully it continues to go that way and we have success in that regard. I just want to talk really quickly about how excited I am to become a coach. I already am a coach. I have been doing trainings and I have been learning techniques to help create emotional wellness and to learn how to help people to achieve their goals, to learn how to allow people to find ways to make their minds a much happier place to be. And this, let's see, I think it was Thursday, I did a call and we were talking about how coaching is basically like having a fitness trainer give you all the tips that you need in order to make sure your workouts are successful. It's like having a fitness trainer for your mind. See, when you're doing deadlifts at the gym or when you're doing bench presses and things, you can't see your form. You are inside your own body, you're feeling your body in real time. A personal coach can watch you from the outside and see if, oh, you need to straighten your back, oh, you need to, um, you know, have the bar directly above your chest rather than, you know, above your chin or whatever. I'm not a fitness trainer, of course. I don't know anything uh, about how to help people lift weights, but I do know how to be emotionally well, and I do know that it's very available to anybody to live free from things like regret, things like chronic negativity, to be free from a cycle of complaining and victimization. These things are very available to you because you have the power to choose. Your power to choose starts within your own thoughts. Your mind creates all kinds of thoughts every day, and some of them are useful and some of them are not. Some of them are cleverly disguised as useful thoughts, and the reality is we are very good at seeing patterns, and we sort of know when our mind is doing something that's not helpful to us. But we get stuck thinking, oh, well, if I let go of regret in my life, I might do the wrong thing. I might start making bad choices because I don't have sort of this safety net of regret protecting me. Or you might think, well, the world is just a bad place and that's why I'm negative. I'm not a negative person. I'm a realist. Or, you know, shame is good because I have done bad things in the past and that's just who I am. And I don't think any of those things are true. Let's see. I made a couple notes earlier, and let's look at this. What did I say? So, I think all of these statements are some guiding principles for me that I think they are fairly easy to accept, and at the same time, a coach is somebody who is going to help you to apply the actual practical usage of these thoughts. The thoughts I have are sometimes true and sometimes they are not true. The circumstances around me will not change unless I do something about it, and even then the circumstances might still stay the same. How I feel drives my actions, and when I feel bad, I am more likely to do things that don't feel good. So all of those statements are true, I think, and if you agree with me, I think I would be a really good coach for you. The thoughts I have, sometimes the thoughts I have are true and sometimes they are not. I think it is pretty common for us to have a persistent thought that feels true, and it can be scary to sometimes accept that it might not be true. Like, you might think negative things about yourself. You might have a definition about yourself that you are not worth it, that if people knew you better, they would reject you. And that thought might have some truth in it. And at the same time, it might really hold you back from really being who you want to be. So some thoughts I have are true and some are not. The circumstances around me will not change unless I do something about it, and even then the circumstances might still stay the same. So say you do feel held back by fear of rejection. Say you do feel held back because you've been stung in the past, you've been bitten by putting yourself out there in the past. And when you do try to change your circumstances, when you do act on the thoughts of, oh, I need to be like this, I need to say this, um, the circumstances still don't change. You feel like the effort that you put in didn't pay off. And the reality is, I think the fear that's holding us back just is the reinforcement of the negative belief holding you back. So if you find a positive thought, if you find a thought that accepts maybe the circumstances won't change, but how I think can change as soon as I decide it will, then you have the power even more to see how your circumstances might be better than they, seem to be in the moment. How I feel drives my actions, and when I feel bad, I am more likely to do things that don't feel good. So this goes again back to um, the idea that if you feel held back, if you feel stuck, that's going to perpetuate things that repeat that same process. You're going to create a negative energy that sort of confirms the belief that's already there. So what would happen if you gave yourself permission to feel good? What would happen if your mind created patterns that allowed you to feel good? What if you had thoughts often like, I think I'm a good person. I think I can do anything I set my mind to. I think that if I talk to people, they will listen. I think that if I ask questions, I will find the answers to those questions. I think that being happy is easy. I think loving myself is easy. You can think those thoughts, and the more you allow yourself to find proof of them, the easier they will become to think. And if any of those thoughts sounded difficult, it's not necessary to accept something that feels outright not true to you. But what I am saying is that you can find neutral or positive thoughts that do feel neutral to you and do feel very true. They do feel true to you. And when you find those thoughts that are true for you, that move you farther away from the negative end of the spectrum, you're going to create good feelings and you're going to get yourself out of that negative cycle. Okay, that's about a video that's twice as long as the one that I was thinking in my head that I would create. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that even if all you ever see is this video, that it starts to snowball in your life, that you start to experience more of what you want, more of what you're looking for, and that you, more than anything, I want people to identify the value of their own ability to choose. I want people to identify the truth of choice being a process that starts with your thoughts, and that no matter what circumstances you find yourselves in, your thoughts are your own, and you get to choose the thoughts that will create what you want. That your thoughts will create what you're looking for because they will drive your actions in the direction that will move you to a place where you want to be. Okay, I'm going to cut it off there. I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Talk to you again soon.